Alright guys, welcome back for another exciting tutorial. So today I'll be showing you guys on how to create a female version of walkcycle. Okay, so in that previous tutorial we talked about how to create a basic, simple, standard walkcycle for normal guys, but today we will tweak it a little bit, we will enhance, we will exaggerate it a little bit more to create a female version of it. So here's how it looks like. And you can see that the body twigs left and right, so she's walking in a more stylized way. Okay, everything is a little bit softer, even the hands are softer. Okay, and then you can see that the butt twigs like how a female character should walk. And then even the legs are kind of soft. Okay, so there's a lot of parts involved, and then if you follow along this tutorial, you should have no problem creating something like this. Alright, so let's get started. To start this lesson, firstly you'll have to open up Maya, and then we need to go to Google and try to search Ultimate Rig. So this is a free rig. It's the same rig that we use on the simple standard walkcycle. So you gotta type Ultimate Rig in Google search engine, and then you can click on the first link. You can go to here, and after that you can see that there's a lot of rig being provided for free, and you can just click to download this. Okay, and of course I'll provide this link under the description under the videos. Alright, and then after you download, let's go to here, Maya, and open up that character. Okay, so that error message is fine, it's normal. Alright, so here we have this character, and then firstly I'm gonna just brief you guys through like what and how to do and how to control this. Okay, so firstly, this is the controller that allows you to drop down and up. Okay, alright, and this is the leg controls. Alright, you can move up and down. And then if you go to channel box, you can see that we have quite a lot of controls. So these are standards like move, rotate, and scale. No skill, sorry. And then there are stretch. Okay, you have a stretchable that you can pull things like this, and you have a ball swivel that you can rotate your legs like that. Okay, you have a heel ball. All right, rotate like this. I have a foot roll. Okay, and toe up and down. Okay, and for this lesson we will be using an FK. Okay, so this is the FK controls, and how to change if yours is not FK. You can click the arrows behind of them, and you can go to here and click this, middle click and drag. Okay, that you can change. Okay, by the way, there are a lot of stuff that you can explore around. Alright, and I will go ahead and start now. So next, you gotta have this reference as well. So you can go to Google, type in YouTube, and then you search female walk references. So there are tons of reference online right here, but the ones that we will be looking at is this one. Okay, so this one and the other one, which is Matilda. Okay, this is Matilda rig. It's also a free rig where you can download online. All right, and then we open up these two, and we'll have to download this as well. So the reason why I need you guys to download so that you can play it with the QuickTime player, and then you can turn this into frame. Okay, click this, and then you can change the standard, or you can change the frame number, and you can use your arrow key to click and choose like which frame you want to preview. So it's a very precise, like slow mo kind of a thing where you can pause it, and then you look at the poses, and you can back and continue. Okay. And here's the other one, which is quite an old reference, but you can see it's being shot with high-speed camera, and then it's in slow motion. Okay, we can check it out from here. All right, and the bad thing is this is low res. Okay, I couldn't find a high res reference from this video. But anyways, to download this video, you can click this. Okay, click on the address here, and then click on the dot right behind the www.type.ss. Just click enter, and it will redirect you to a web says like say from .net, and then you can just wait for it to load the available versions. Okay, which one you want to download. So this is the only available versions, 360. You can just click download, and then same goes with that. Okay, SS, say from .net. All right, English, please. And yep, you can see that there are a few versions like 360, 720. So if it has up to, you know, like 1080, you can download 1080, but of course without the voice. Okay, so next, let's get started. Move right into here. And also, there's one more thing that I would like to show you guys, which is walkcycle reference. Okay, usually, for almost every animator, they will refer to this whenever they create a walkcycle. Okay, but somehow I found that like this doesn't work anymore on the down part, as like we want to, you know, create this walkcycle. Okay, because you can see that if I try to tap over to the right, you can see that it doesn't seem to have that down whenever she steps on. Okay, you can see that step, and not really a down, like it continues with up. Okay, so we'll see how that goes later. All right, but we'll just skip it here. So in case we still want to refer back to it, let's go to here, and then let's give it a bit of relax pose for the fingers. So if this is the first time that you are using Maya, I'm sorry to say that like this, to follow this tutorial along, you need to have some sort of, you know, basic knowledge about Maya, right? On how to kind of navigate the scene, on how to move and rotate the cameras, and how to zoom in and out. Okay, if you know about those, and you know that the controls, the ways around Maya, that you can follow. Okay, if you can't, you can always feel free to reach out. Okay, feel free to reach out, and then or hopefully I can create a quick intro to Maya tutorial to show you the ways around, so that you can follow this. Okay, so I'm trying to select all these controllers by holding down Shift key and kind of move those finger into a more relaxed position. Okay, so this is what we always do. All right, you should be good right now. So next, let's bring it down. Okay, and kind of move this to be in place. Okay, but there are quite some people that ask me about, like, what if I want to work following a reference, not just watching videos. I wanted to place this picture, reference picture, at the back right here, so that you can follow, like, kind of trace the poses that we're getting it from here. So yeah, let me show you how to do it. Okay, so I'll be using After Effects to do my exporting, okay, for the image sequence. And after we export this into image sequences, then we'll put it back to here. Okay, click this. Okay, drag to create a new composition. So I'm going to look for the frame where she has already started walking. 130. And then Control Shift D to cut it off, and then continue with. So we're starting from the right click. Okay, right click, left click, right click, ends. Okay, Control Shift D and get rid of that. So that's it. So we're gonna bring this over. and that's about 4 seconds. Okay, so about 4 seconds, we need to bring it down to 1 second. Okay, because following the correct timing, it should be, you know, like 25 frames per second, and then 25 frames for 2 steps as well. Okay, so let's go to time stretch, and let's turn it to 25. Okay, and go to here. So about right. All right, so let's do the settings to 0, 1. Okay, exactly 25 frames. Okay, and then let's go to export. That's a render queue. Click this picture. All right, and then click OK. And most importantly, this has to be a dot. Okay, so this has to be a dot, and then choose where you want to save. Then click save, click render, and everything will be there. All right. So let's assume that we have got our reference picture. So our picture is right here, and then you can see that it starts with, you know, like whatever name that you put, and then with dot. It must be a dot. If it's not a dot, you won't be able to load it inside Maya. Okay, so you can see that the size is 640 times 360. Okay, so we're gonna create a simple picture right from here, front, and from left view. So create a picture, scale it up, bring it up, rotate for about 90 degrees. So if you can't get 90, you can type it down here, and then let's go to here, reduce this subdivision width down to 1, and then 640. We can type it like 6.4, then 3.6. Okay, we do not want it to be massively big, you know. We're just gonna shrink it down. Okay, next, let's right click and assign a new material for it. Click on Lambert. Okay, go to Lambert and then choose color. Click on the buttons right here, and then look for file, and click on the folder. I look for the folder path where you save your images. There, and then click on it. Click open up. All right, then you have to choose use image sequence. Okay, whenever you scroll through it, it will play. Okay, so we have to set this to match our total time frame, 25 frames, and then next we have to fix the UV. Okay, so go to here, UV, automatic, here, UV editor, and then let me save the file first before we proceed further. Bony walk 01. All right, so right now that the picture, it seems like, you know, like turning sideways, so we can right click UV, choose the UV, and then go with the toolkit, go to transform, and look for rotate tool. Just try to click this. Okay, so we're good. All right, so next we have to sort of rearrange the size. Okay, this picture, like make it about the same height, so something like this. All right, because we have to drop her a little bit so that it will be about the same height. Okay, and I also want to create another one that we can refer from here. So I'm going to duplicate this, Ctrl D. All right, go to here, click E for rotate, and rotate for 90 degrees. And then I'm going to split this into half. So go to Mesh tool, go to Insert Edge Loop, and choose, you know, like multiple edge loops, and use equal multiplier, and choose 1. Click on it so that it will split half, and then get rid of it. Okay. And I will just go to front view and try to place her right here. Okay, but having this bony character to block her, that's kind of, you know, sometimes annoying. So I'll always duplicate another one and put it aside so that I can refer to. Okay, and let me do another cut. So I want to make it smaller. So make it smaller like this. Okay, click face and get rid of that, and just put it aside right here. Okay, same goes with this, and I'll have to split it, insert H loop. So this is just some preparation work that you have to do, which will make your life a lot easier later. And let's go to here again and choose relative. So relative allows you to slide your cut tool around. Okay, I can just leave that number on. I think it might be useful at some point. And Ctrl D to make a duplicate. After that, select all the reference. Ctrl Shift to select add selection. And then you can go to channel and go to layer, create a layer from selected. So type in reference, click save the button, and all right, there you go. Okay, save the whole file and let's continue. Okay, go to left view. All right, I think we should move her slightly backwards. Okay, let's start with the leg right here. You can see that she started to float. Okay, so we have to drop her down a little bit. Okay, and then we could go with the heel ball to get something similar. Okay, kind of there. Kind of push this back. Okay, heel ball up. All right. Okay. So should be good to go. Let's check from the front. All right, I think this is fine. Okay, just that we have to reposition our reference a little bit. Okay. All right, so we get our first pose done for the legs, of course. All right, let's click save. S this set a key for that. Click S at frame 25. Press S for frame 1 and then go to 13. So 13 will be the opposite that you can see. Okay, right leg and then left leg in front, right leg again. Okay, let's go to here. Go to left view again. So this one should be going back to here. And then we should change our heel ball values. So make it about close. All right. Go to left again. Go to here. Right, and about switching views, like just in case you guys don't know what I'm clicking, hold down spacebar, left click, and choose whichever view that you want to go to. All right, and then let's set another key for 13. So these are all the contacts. So as I mentioned before, whenever you're setting keys, always go with the first, the last, the middle. Then only go with the middle, and then the downs and the ups. But since we talk about there isn't any down, so we might just skip that, and then we will proceed with this and then the ups. Okay. All right, so steps are kind of similar to this. Okay, but of course with a reference we might want to follow more closely with the reference. Okay, so let's play. Good. All right, it's like sliding on ice again, and let's go with the in-betweens, okay, which is the pass pose. So how does she look like in the pass pose? Okay, so in the pass pose, this has to be completely flat. Okay, and then somehow we have to raise the body slightly higher. And you can even see that her legs is kind of straightened. Okay, kind of straight. So let's kind of like move it about there. Right, we don't have to put it completely straight. And then as for this one, go to left view, and this should be somewhere here, and then let's rotate this, and then we have to make sure heel ball is off. Okay, so please remember that whenever the leg is off the ground, you have to turn off the heel ball. Okay, the heel ball must be 0, but instead we will be using rotate X to rotate the ankle. Okay, rotate the ankle from here. And then if you want to know more about the detailed reasons, I have put a little explanations on the basic walk cycles, which you can refer up to here. All right, and then it should be here, I guess. All right, a little bit lower. Okay, so go to here, here, here. All right, seems cool. And you can see that certain things are not being set properly. Okay, which I'll have to drop it down again, and then there isn't any rotate X. Okay, that's just my mistake. I forgot to click S and set for everything. Okay, because just now I thought it was set, but it is not. It only sets the element that I rotate. It doesn't set for everything. Okay, so same goes with that. Okay, and next I have to copy this. Right click copy, and then which is the next pass post 19. So we'll go to 19, and then let's right click and paste. Okay, and then after that, let's look at this. So the left leg should be straightened, and then there isn't any heel ball. Okay, press S to set a key. And then let's go back to left field again, and this is where the leg should be. Okay, facing down. Now heel ball, using rotate X to rotate. Okay, so quickly that we are getting this pop-up. All right, so let's play and have a look at that. Okay, as usual, you know, like this is working fine, but you know, like as a lady is walking, we tend to see some, you know, slight catwalk style. The leg tends to cross here, the leg tends to cross here, even though she is not a model. I know, like, she's not a fashion model, okay, but still, like, you have some catwalk essence or details in it. So let's reposition the X direction a little bit. If you scroll through here, X is the only element from translate, and it doesn't change. All right, so let me try to fix that. Okay, so firstly we go to here, and then we break the connections. Okay, and once we're breaking connections, we have to look at what is the available keys right here. So let me go to here, display key ticks from channel box. Okay, so everything is gone. So whenever I select this, it shows the key. Whenever I select that, it does not show the key, because there isn't any key, because we break the connections. All right, so I plan to put it over here a little bit, so maybe about like 0.3. I do not want to make it, you know, like too extreme. 0.3. Why don't it listen to me? What is wrong? Okay, 0.4. All right, come on, man. Okay, I don't know what what is happening to me. Okay, come on. All right, 0.3. So it just doesn't work. I don't know why. Like, so I have to adjust like this. So this is a pain, pain in the, you know, like, you know what I'm talking. All right, and gonna set key for that. Right click, key selected. Okay, so right here it's the same thing. Key selected. Okay, that's bad. You can see that it doesn't get recorded right here, which again I have to press S. Okay, something went really wrong. I'll have to save the file and reopen this. Okay, it's back to normal. All right. So we have set this, you know, like 0.3. Yes, it is working again. So yeah, sometimes, you know, like my it causes a bit of problem, like has some bug. Okay, so no worries, we're back on track. Okay, same, we're gonna apply the same thing right here. So let's break the connections, and then so whenever it is here, it's 0.3. Let's set a key for that. Set a key for that. Right click key selected. Right here, right click key selected. Sorry, it should be negative 0.3. Sorry, I've been clicking like too fast. I didn't even notice that. Okay, same goes to here, negative 0.3. Alright, go here. But you can see some port where it gets, you know, like clipping through. So on the part where it gets clipped through, we're gonna push that away. And then we can, you know, like rotate the legs like that. Okay, all right, fixes the problem. So from here to here, move it out a little bit, kind of rotate like this. Okay, and so it doesn't kind of clip through anymore. Okay, so if you have learned through my tutorial about the standard walk cycle, so this is kind of different a little bit, where up to this point, like we should like get onto the hands and stuff. But because creating a female walk cycle, the most important part to get it right is the hips. The hips take up a lot of percentage on it. So at this point, before we move on to the upper body, we have to make sure the hip looks right. Okay. And the thing that we have to work on is this, okay, and that as well, okay, and about this as well, okay. All right, so let's go with the simple stuff, which is this. Okay, so whenever a character, you know, like pushing the right leg in front, it should rotate like this. Okay, so I'll just set it for 15, and then 25, 15, the first, last, the middle. This will be negative 15. All right. So at this point, like, yeah, I think it's simple. Okay, and if you look at this, when I'm playing, you know, after steps, like whenever it goes to here, you know, somewhere around 7, or even like, you know, number 3 or number 4, this gets pushed up quite a lot. So from here, pushed up, you know, like pushed up, and then it holds it for a while, then it gets back, okay, gets back to normal, and then it gets pushed up. Okay, pushed up again and back to normal. Okay, and if you look at here, this is kind of like a super exaggerated butts. The hips like got pushed quite a lot. You can see that pushed, and then gets here. Okay, so you can see from here it's about 17 per steps. So this is using a 33 frames calculation for a walk cycle. So 17 per steps in another 17, you get another step right here, done. Okay, so which means this is somewhere, you know, the pass post. All right, the pass post is here. And then right after it got past the pass post, then the hips got switched back to middle, and certainly quickly it gets this. Okay. All right, so we should work on rotate Z right now. Okay. So we can set middle. No worries. Set all to 0 for now. And at about this, okay, about number 5, number 4, number 5. Yeah, about number 5. So this one jacks up a lot, you know, like so. But you see, if we are rotating from here, it messed up all the values. So I actually prefer to go to here and, you know, like tweak it like this. So when you see that whenever we tweak it like that, the foot gets lifted up. Okay, which we'll fix it in a while. Moving the round control. Okay, so let's set a value for negative 15. Go like, okay, so I think that works great. So negative 15 for that, and negative 15 after 3 frames. So this is positive 15. Pop. Okay, and to avoid floating legs, we have to make sure this is lower somehow. Okay, so negative 0.14, and same goes to that, negative 0.14. Okay, more like, you know, doing mathematics calculation. Okay, negative 4.5, negative 0.14, that kind of a thing. Okay, which I hate to do so, but no choice. Okay, you can see that it kind of tweaks it. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. So without changing other parts, you can start to see and feel that this character is sexy, you know, like she walks like that, she walks like that. Okay, but another thing that we should consider is, so whenever she leaves this leg up, okay, look at here. So she falls into this, you know, like unstable kind of a state, okay? Because one leg gets up, so she is holding the whole body weight using the right click. So this center weight right here, okay, we will shift. It's called a weight shift. So we shift the weight slightly to here. Okay, by moving this a little bit. Okay, so now we have to start looking into translate X. So let's get it back to here. Key selected. This, you know, like key selected. 13, key selected. We always lock the first, the last, the middle first, then we go to here like about 7. We pushed it a little bit, so we can set like negative 0.0, negative 0.1, and about 19 it should be 0.1 positive. Okay, so how's that looking? All right, so let's have a look at the back. All right, indeed, yes, this is how a female walks. Okay, of course, not that, you know, exaggerated. I exaggerate it a little bit so that you guys can see that obvious changes from a guy to a girl's walk. And then even the body parts rotating. I think this is cool. Okay, I like this. Okay, next. So whenever she pushes this up, let's try to observe and see whether we have this or not. Okay, that rotate X. So let's have a look at that. So whenever it pushes this up, okay, I think it does not do this. Okay, let me try to think of the logic. Okay, we can try this to straighten this, because okay, wait, hold on. All right, I think she does this. Okay, pushing the butts. Okay, we might add a little bit of this as well. Okay, so from here, rotate. This is rotate X. So let's K for normal. 0. Right click, key selected. Let's go about 7. So let's give it about 10. Okay, so 19, 10. And next we have to work on this, translate Z for a bit as well. So translate Z by default should be 0. So the reason why I'm setting this, like separately, so that you guys understand layers by layers, how do we add, okay, how do we analyze and how do we add elements by elements. So I don't go ahead and click and then everything is done and then you might end up knowing nothing, okay, what I'm clicking. Okay, so whatever it goes, that let's push the butt a little bit backwards. So maybe about negative 0.2. That's too much. To 0.1. Okay, if it's too much, we can always revert it back. No problem with that. Okay, all right, sounds cool. So let's save this and then save on the second file. So whenever you work, always save a backup file. Once we finish up to a certain stage, let me save it. So next, we have to start looking into animating the basic arms. Okay, as usual. And then we can turn this back on, go to display key text from channel box and change back to active. All right, and let's move this down. So rotate about 80. Okay, let's go with 80 as well. Negative 80. And at this point of time, this should be back here. Yeah, maybe about 20. Okay, and as for this one, so you can see the first frame that the arm looks like this. And if you scroll to the middle one, or even the last one, you can see that the arms looks like that. So you can try to select the middle point. So let's go to left view. So from this view, this arm should be here. From here, this one should be slightly higher. Okay, I think we'll just rotate the elbow. Alright, I think this one seems good. Okay, so let's go ahead and set keys for the six controllers. So holding down shift key, select the shoulder, select the elbow, select the wrist, and then click S to set a key for that. And go back to frame 1, set a key for that. Go to frame 13. So we'll try to replicate what we have. So this is -20, -80. So -20, -80, and this one should be 20. All right, and as for the rotations, it should be -25. So this one should be -25. And this part should be -15. Okay, so the rest I didn't touch, like for both of the wrists and the hands. Okay, so that let's consider fine, 0. So let me reselect all these 6 controllers again, and we're gonna make sure we press S for that, S for that, S for that. Okay, let's play. Okay, robotic arms. Yeah, but definitely you're getting the lady look. Okay, next we want to look at how to make the arm swings softer. Okay, so we'll add an in-between right here. So whenever this arm swings in front, we're gonna have to put this back here. But usually we will apply 0, okay, to fully straighten it. But because this is a female, I tend to, I want to break the joint. Okay, so in 2D animation terms, they always say break the joint. This is how you're breaking it, which gives you more power whenever you swings it up. Okay, but for 3D you can't break too much. You can break it, but don't break it too much. Like about 5 is good enough, and I want to rotate this like really, really extreme, so you can feel the softness of it, right? Soft, and continue. Okay. All right, let's apply the same thing right here. Go to 19, 5, and that will be somewhere here. So let me check again. Is it 30? 45 indeed. So this point should be 45. All right, softer. Okay, and from here, the point where it swings back, so we can rotate this a little bit more, maybe -40. -25. Okay, -40, -25. Let's copy the same value. -40, -25. Okay, press S to set a key for that. Okay, so let's play. Okay, so at this point you might be thinking, wow, this might be a little bit too soft. Okay, but that's okay, because this animation, like, we kind of exaggerate it a little bit. And also you feel a stopping kind of a motion right here whenever it swings, whenever it reaches to 25, because even though we set from 1 to 25, but whenever we play, we should play from 1 to 24. And then the continuity in between the first and 25, we will explain that clearly in detail later on. Okay, so just proceed with this. So this one should be good. Okay, next we want to work on the you know, like the spine, the chest, okay, the body, how it reacts. So whenever the hips are going this way, we need to go that way, right? Okay, so I'm going to save another file so that we're done with the second one, so that the one will be spine, chest. All right, spine, chest. And let's rotate this. Boop. Okay, so about 5. 5, it's actually a lot, you know. 5 is a lot. Okay, let's click S to set a key for that. S to set a key for that. And 13 will be 5 right back here. Okay, she's looking even sexier right now, isn't it? All right. Okay. And next, I could probably use this to control this and this. Okay. So let's do this, and because you can see that the hips kind of like going this direction. Okay. And the body should goes this direction. All right. So let's try with setting keys for 5. Go to here 5. This one -5. Okay. Okay, you can see that the line like it goes like this. It goes like that. Okay, when I reach up to 13, it's kind of, even though it looks like kind of a flat line, but you can see it's shifted from here to here. Okay, back to here. So of course ours, it's probably a bit too much. So if you want to reduce the amount of it, we can go to, of course we can key in right here, but I'm going to show you an easier way to do it. So go to here. So that is rotate Z. Select all the keys and put choose scale, R for scale, and then push from here. Hold down Shift key, put your mouse right here in the middle click and drag. And drag down to about like 2.5. Okay, of course if you want accurate values, like it's still the best like to keep the kind of key from there. Okay, looking good, looking great. Okay, so next, just now talk about a weight shifting part. Okay, I think if you watch this video, of course the weight shifting, it's not that much, you know, but you still feel that the tweaking of the body. And if you watch this, you can see that it's very obvious. It goes like that, it goes like that. You can draw a line here, and then a line that goes diagonal down, diagonal up. And you can see that this, imagine like this is the middle point. It shifted quite a lot, you know, like a lot. Okay. So if you want to shift this more, we could use the help of that as well. Okay, but this is kind of like here a little bit. So translate axis not having any values yet. So let's break the connections. And then let's set our keys, because the reason why I have to break connections and then set this display key ticks, because we have existing keys right here, so it might kind of messed up whatever I'm planning. So default it's sorry, I should use this key selected. Okay, but anyways, and go to here, about 7. Oh, let's check this back here. So ours is 7. So if you're working on 33, so let me show you another picture. Hopefully I'm able to find one that is working with 33 frames. Nope. Okay, sadly to say that I can't get one. Okay, that's here. All right. So you can see that I think it's slightly different. Okay, you have like 33. So this is the middle. Okay, so this is the so-called pass pose, but even though it says like pass pose is here, but that is a different way of setting the animation. Okay, but if we're following this kind of concept, so pass pose is always one leg straight and then the other one. Okay, it puts it here. It's different. Okay, it's kind of different, but the main focus is the frames, because we couldn't find one. Okay, but that's okay. All right, so about like 9 or 10, it shifted a lot. As you can see, that shifted a lot, and it pushes the body here, and then the body has to rotate back, so it goes that side. So let's shift it over. Kind of a negative 0.15. I was wondering, should I do this? Okay, yeah, maybe negative 0. Negative 2, negative 15, negative 2. Mm. 2, 15. Whoops. Okay, so our values right here, we have to put it more. Okay, about 4, 4, and negative 4. Okay. So we have this. All right, next we're going to work on this, which is the spine. So from here, we do not notice much, but just whenever she's pushing up, you feel that the body, this part like goes in front, pushed in front. Pushed in front. Okay, so let's try this. We're gonna work on, rotate X. So break connections. So by default it should be 0, 0, 13, 0. Okay, so about here, 9, or about 7. Let's put 7 first. -10. Okay, I know that's too extreme, so I have to balance it back by putting down this. Okay, it feels like she's pushing the spine. So it goes in front. Okay, so this is 10, and the other one is I can't remember. I'll just copy it over and see how it looks. Okay. All right, let's turn the reference off. Okay, no, like she kind of like swing the butts too much. Okay, but of course I give you the details, like if you want to reduce it, if you want to enhance more, that's up to you. Okay, so alright, good. Next we want to work on this part, okay, which is the shoulder. So shoulder, it's one of the thing that is really important, and most of the time beginners will tend to skip it. Okay, alright, so whatever this goes in front, you should go in front as well. Okay, and okay, it's dangerous to rotate from here, see? Everything changes. So about, let's say 15, -5, 15. Sorry, -25 and 15. Alright, set key for this too. And this one should be sorry, that is -25, 15, -25, 15. Then set key for that. So whenever it goes back, this one should be -15. This one should be +25. And then let's do the opposite. 25, -15. Okay, so we make it really extreme. Okay, something is wrong with that. Okay, let's check. First one, the last one. Okay, I haven't changed the other one. Okay, so let's copy this. Now let's paste it here. Okay, we're good. Okay, so on top of that, and if you look at the picture, so this means expand, this means compress, this means expand. So pushing up, this means compress. Okay, so I'm going to use this, you know, to do the expansion and the compression using translate Y. Okay, so from here it is a 0, so about 8 or 9, because 8 or 9, it's the highest point. Okay, it's 10. Okay, it's 10, but I kind of do it like in between here, or else the contrast is too much. Okay, so about 9. Let's give it a 0.1. 0.2. And then we try to okay, so whenever you see that things goes like that, it's compressing down a little bit before it goes up. That becomes the elastic girl, okay, from The Incredibles, so no. Okay, just a bit, okay, noticeable, but not extreme. Negative 0.1. And then by the time of here, so it's 0.1. Let's push this in front. And this one should be 0. Let's play. Okay, so you have some elastic feeling of the body, which makes it look better. Okay, next we can work on the head. Save this. Save as file number 4. Head. Alright, so for the head, so let's play the video. So she just tried to keep her head steady when she was walking front. Okay, and how about the other reference? Okay, it's the same, like she tries to keep it steady. So how's her head? Swinging left, swinging right, swinging left, swinging right. So it's like she's listening to some music, you know, freestyle music, like when she's walking. Okay, swinging too much. Okay, let's keep your head in front. Okay. Let's go to here, display key ticks and change back to active. So you can see that this thing goes down. So I should put it about, like, you know, 5. That's 5, and this one should be positive 5. Okay, and regarding that looking left and right, so let's go to front view. So that is 15. 15, negative 15, and this one should be 15 again. Okay, let's go to side view. You can see that, like, it's keep following up and down. Sorry. Whatever this goes up. Can't let her looking front. Okay, we're gonna rotate X, but just give it a 5, and 21, give it a 5. Start compress, give it a negative 5, give it a negative 5. So it's 10 and 22, so maybe let me shift this. Okay, holding the shift key, middle click and drag. Okay, you know, like she's in the beats like when she's listening to music and then walk. But okay, I think that knock, Fran, eat something poses. Okay, that the rhythm, it's too much. Okay, let me go to here. So you know this funny thing, like we can try to tweak. We can always play around with it. So how about shifting the values? So we're gonna invert the values. So select the top, then select the bottoms. So click the scale key, press R to scale, and hold down Shift key, middle click and drag here. And let's shift it over. And let's see what we got here. Okay, that gives you a different feeling, okay? But it's kind of cool as well. Okay. I think we just made it a little bit more subtle. A little bit. Compress the values a little bit. Should be good to go. Okay, let's go to front view. Let's check and see. Okay, I think keep it a little bit, you know. Okay, let's turn this to channel box again. So keep it a little bit that way, it's good. And you can see the head goes here. So maybe 0 is good. Okay, I think 0 goes well, like we don't have to change. So let it swing around a little bit, it's fine. Okay, let's play and see how it looks in overall. And you can see that the arrows is pointing on left, right, and left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, so now let's offsetting something here. Okay, and we would like to turn this whole thing into slower pace in a while. So offsetting this shoulder, it's a must. Okay, this too. And offsetting the last joint of the spine. And we're gonna offset the head a little bit as well. So before we do that, let's save this, select all, and I'm gonna save as another version. Offset. And go to animation, graph editor. So if this is the first time you're seeing this, okay, don't be panic. Alright, it's extremely cool with that, like this is considered simple. We have a lot more complicated stuff other than this. So let's go to view and infinity. So once you turn on the view infinity, it extends the curves like this. It extends the curves to the pose. Okay, the pre and the post. So next, let's turn this on. Pre-infinity cycle, post-infinity cycle. So you make them cycle along, you know, around, going like that. And whenever we want to shift this, okay, so let's turn this into, you know, like 35. Okay, we want to shift this, and we want to slow it down at the same time. So let's select this whole thing. Firstly, slow it down. Shift, middle click, drag. So this last frame should fall at 33. Middle click and drag the arrow. Okay, somewhere around here, right click and snap. And then let's play at 33 again. And let's see how it looks. Okay, something is not right. You can see that. Okay, so that means certain things are not being set properly before we kind of like shift it. Okay, with everything selected, make sure 25 keys is being set. Number 1 is being set as, and let's shift this again. $33, somewhere around close to 33, and then we have to snap it so that everything falls in the correct place. Let's play. Okay, let me check what is wrong with this. Oh, I know what. Okay. Sorry, it's always been my mistake. Okay, display from keyticks active. Alright, because I forgot to turn on this. Okay, this might be some mistakes that sometimes you guys repeat, you guys done it or forget. So make sure you turn it back to active. Okay, we've all selected. Then I'm selecting all my keys. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure this is set and that is set as well. Select all. Again, 33. Let's play. Okay, this is good. This is great. Alright, so now let's continue with offsetting. Maybe let's make it up to 40 first. So if you want, you can offset this by 1 frame. You can offset this by 2 frames. You can offset this by 3 frames. Okay, the shoulder. And this could be 2. And do not offset, you know, like, okay, I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you go ahead and offset like 5 frames. It becomes completely different. Okay, so we treat this as this whole set, and this will be the other set. Okay. So this is 1 frame. Sorry, this is 1 frame. Alt, drag, middle click and drag. Select this, shift middle click, and middle click, hold it 1, 2. And for the shoulders, okay, please keep this in mind. Like before you offsetting, you have to make sure you turn on infinity and turn on this too, like pre and post. Okay, or else the whole thing will mess up. 1, 2, 3, and as for the head is 2 frames. 1, 2. Okay, all right. Let's play and see how it looks. And please put this back to 33. So you might be asking, okay, how about the other frames? Like it's behind the bar, the play, you know, timeline. That is fine because we have infinity turn on. So it will repeat those, no problem. So you can feel that this part, you know, like it swings a little bit. Okay, that's the thing we want. All right, and the heads are kind of shaking, you know, like falling behind, like not even half a second, like a few frames. Okay, which makes it a bit more natural. Okay, if you want to, you know, have this butt swing around, like you can try to offset as well. So let's offset this by 2. Okay, and see if it still fits. Okay, let's put this back to 33. Okay. And then let's offset this translate axis well. Display from channel box. Two. And put it back to 33. Okay. All right. I think it seems works. Should be good. Okay. And next, let's clean up the continuity, okay, of those curves. So finish the offset and should be continuity. Alright, so let's have a look into those. So click this. Sorry, I'm clicking this first. So you're gonna have to look into here, click the circle, and you can see that it doesn't connect nicely with them. So you have to select this, rotate like that, select this part, rotate like this. Okay, make sure it goes in a good flow, in a smooth flow. All right, this one doesn't seem to have any problems. No values. No values. Okay, this one. Make it smoother. Make it smoother. All right, we're done with the metal circle. Next, we have the hips. Okay, translate axis going left and right. So you shouldn't have unsmooth finishing from the start and the end. Translate Y, no, translate Z, smooth as usual. Rotate X, rotate Y, rotate Z. Okay, so this is the part that I wanted to stress on. Okay, if you want, you know, the butts to pop, you know, like pop suddenly, you know, like a quick pop like that, you can tweak the curve. Okay, so this is what I'm about to tweak. I'm gonna make it, you know, fast in, and then that follows with the fast out. Okay, and this one should be keeping it like so. And then if I want to make this one, you know, even stronger, it holds it for a longer time. So here's the new trick: weight to tangents, and same. We can select this, shift select that. Okay, wait, hold on. Select this, shift select this, shift select the point. Click W and try to move it. Okay, and let's see how it looks. You see the butt, whenever you rotate it, kind of pops. It pops. Okay. If you want it really extreme, like, let me show you. So to be on the extreme side, we can rotate this further. So it goes, it makes it goes like really quick. So this is based on like how you want it to look like. Okay, feel that? Pop, 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 pop. Okay, let's see how it looks from the front. I think that's a little bit too much. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Let's undo it. Okay, but I'm just showing that in case you want it to tweak like for a specific certain style, like pops here, pops there, pops here, pops there. So this is how you can tweak it. So this means like going fast, and then it holds it for a longer time before it changes. Okay, that's right. We have to continue for the continuity of those parts. So how about this? So rotate X. Gonna fix that. Select all, click F. Select this and tweak it this way so everything seems smooth. Okay. And spine. It goes here, goes there, goes like this. Okay, seems good. Rotate X, rotate Y, rotate Z, seems good. Shoulder, shoulder seems good. The other shoulder seems good as well. How about the chest? Okay, the chest needs fixing. Okay, seems great. And the arm should be good. Let me try to select all three together. A certain part needs fixing. Okay. So the elbow, yes, the elbow needs a fix. Go to here and tweak this down. So this is the thing that you have to spend time, spend time tweaking it and make sure there isn't any slight slow movements that we sometimes might feel something is wrong and it's not smooth enough, but we just don't know what the heck is going on. But in this graph it tells you everything. Okay, so which basically it says, okay, I don't know how it looks, but you fix it, it's the right thing to do. Okay. It's the right thing to do. Okay, the next elbow. Alright, I don't care how you feel, but yeah, follow the statistics should be good. Okay. Alright, follow the fact. Okay, I think it's pretty much being covered. Okay, the leg. Okay, the leg, we have to check through it. So nothing suspicious. Okay, seems good. Heel ball, seems fine. Okay, should be a bit, but that doesn't matter. But if I check through everything, okay, yep, the last part should be the head. Select and move, and this one, okay. Alright, I think it's good. Okay, our lady, sexy lady, it's here. Okay, one last thing. So I want to make this finger looks even better. Okay, how do we do that? Okay, let's put another file like Final Touch 07, Final Touch. So I'm gonna delete all the existing keys that I have with the fingers. Okay, make sure everything is turned on. Delete all. Delete keys. Something wrong? Okay, it's fine. Like I thought just now, like my screen kind of like snaps. So set key for that. Set key for that. 19. So this time it should be 19. And then instead of 7, it should be 9, and then 14, and then 5. So whenever it goes like that, I'm gonna tweak it like this. Okay. And somewhere number 10, make it even, you know, like extreme. I know finger doesn't bend like this, but it makes it look cool. All right. Okay, let's rotate this a bit. Okay, this is a bit too much. Gonna tweak a bit. All right, I think I have to fix this. Okay, this is a rubber, indeed an elastic girl. Okay, too elastic city. All right, I don't know what's a proper name to call it. Okay. Okay, I think I'll just delete these keys. Okay, it goes like that. Okay, just a bit. Right, so you can compare and see that this feels really soft, and this is still feeling soft, but it's kind of normal. All right, so let's add the other one. The feeling of softness. Okay, there's no harm like playing around with different styles. Okay, because after all, like this is animation. So feel free to explore. So about here, about 5, 6. Do that extreme thing. Okay. Kind of rotate a little bit. Comes to number 28. Okay. And then let's see what we can do with our dump. 17 is the key to set for opposite. So when it goes here, let's rotate this. Okay, I think the rest works fine. So 17, set a key. Maybe at this point, like you can open up a little bit. So the thumbs are being affected. Okay. All right. Okay, I feel that is a little bit too soft, but what do you guys think? Okay, so you can always reduce if you don't want to. Okay, for example, you know, like right here, number 9. I think that's a bit too much. Okay, just make it straight. Okay, number 25. It's too much. Okay, and if turn this back on. Okay, so whenever the hands are in front, we usually rotate a bit. 15. So this one we should get a 15. And whenever it goes to the back, we rotate like this, negative 25. So this one, 15. And first, negative 25. 33, negative 25. And let's check the curve again, if it affects anything. So rotate X. Okay, should be good. Rotate X. Yeah, still good. Okay, something is wrong right here. So let's smoothen this a little bit. How about the other hands? Same problem. Okay, let's move it down a little bit, like so. I think the rest should be good. Should be good to go. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to turn and change some of the textures right here. Go to animation. Sorry, not animation. Rendering. Rendering hyper shade. So obviously these two are the shaders for the lady right here, and the darker color should be the joint. Let me turn this into, you know, like pink. Like a sweet kind of pink. And for this one, let me just assign a texture. Maybe a checker. Checker will do. So checker with some, you know, light pink. And this one shouldn't be white. It may be a bit like so. Let's make it brighter. It's just barely visible. Okay, yeah, alright. Turn off the reference and turn off the controller. Nubs curved. Okay, so we have our fine, sexy lady walking around. Alright, so first thing, like, kind of do a quick recap. So it is important to make this bottom, you know, like footsteps right. Okay, start following the reference at first, and then we're kind of adding a bit of our stuff in. Okay, and make sure the butt tweaking was right, the timing was right, and after that start working on the arms, like make it kind of a rotate. Okay, and then adding the in-betweens to have that, you know, soft looking swing feeling. And after that we continue to work with the body. Okay, the body part, the spine. Okay, rotate front back, rotate up down, and then after that we proceed with the shoulder. As I said, shoulder, it's kind of really important, and then most of the beginners will skip that, and they tend to ignore the clavicle joints. Okay, and after that we work on the head, and after we finish the whole thing, we kind of start thinking about which part that we wanted to make an offset. Okay, the butt needs to be offset a little bit. This second spine needs to be offset as well. This one we offset for three frames, and this one we offset for 2 frames. Okay, so now let's look at the full front walking. Okay, she walks really nice, you know, sexy walk, lady. Let's get from the side view. Alright, I feel that the shaking part of the head is a little bit too much, maybe because of the body, so maybe we can reduce the amount of the repetition for the body, but that's totally up to you, like how you want to tweak it, okay, to suit the best style that you want she to walks like. And then let's look at the back. So the butt looks right, and the body kind of rotates to counterbalance, and then we have the weight shifting that works quite well. Okay, that's it. Alright, so let me know down in the comments below, like, what do you think about this? Is it too difficult? Is it too easy? And yeah, and then if you really enjoy this, thanks, and thank you for the support, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.